welcome to the other beauty build that I have saved. This is from a long time ago. I think I venture to say like maybe 3.5 years ago, honestly. So without further ado, and you guys who are Witcher fans will notice the name almost immediately. Welcome to Nilfgaard. Pull your head out of the gutter if you said Nilfgaard, motherfucker. I'm looking at you. Anywho, so this is, it has a lot of inconsistencies, I guess, because this was my very first attempt at trying to do some sort of beauty build, and I was like, how the heck can I make, like, Nilfgaard version of Anno 1800 back then, because I was kind of flopping between this game and playing Witcher 3 at the same time, so, there are certain areas of the city that I like the most, and those are the ones I want to showcase, because there are a lot of areas that are still, like, open, and I never really came back to this save. I started working on Heliotropolis way back, so one area that I really did like, and I'll probably recreate at some point, is this central island here. For some reason, I really like the fact that there are just a whole bunch of artisan buildings, and that's what's capped at, and they're not even in, like, some of the districts are like your typical 2x4s, but then like the other ones, they're just kind of like along the outskirts with a whole bunch of like little beautification stuff along the edges like that. And like so. And then you also have like the university in the middle. Like this is a whole, what I consider this to be is like a university district pretty much. Even though like scholars later came into being. Because this is like I've devoted 2 islands technically to them. And the little bit over there. But I always started off with this one. And I wanted to make this little section as nice as possible. So having like some parks and whatnot. I tried to recreate it with this side as well, but it didn't really pan out as well. I tried this building technique with the quay looking like so. These two are too close to one another, so a ship can't go in there, unfortunately. But apart from these, one area that I really do like is what I did with this iron tower. I like the lights shining on it at night, along with all the ornaments around it. I felt like it added this whole surreal type feel to this particular monument. And it does offer it, because I mean, back then, I think that's when the whole Skyscrapers DLC came out, so obviously, like, there are not too many here, and that's when I stopped playing on this particular save. And there's a random-ass cat getting mowed over by a train, I guess? I don't know. But, apart from these ones as well, there's my favorite part of this city was what I did with the actual palace. Built it right in the center of the city, for the most part, and probably spent the most time working on that area. So without further ado, this is the Palace District. Let me actually set it to daytime so you guys can take a look-see. And the reason why I'm showing all these, these beauty builds is really give some inspiration to anybody who's really keen on going to this length to build a city like this. Excuse me.
Like counting rings on a tree.
I've always pictured like a palace grounds having like really open area, having a long walkway, having some sort of like entryway, and obviously, you know, I'm a banner addict, so there are banners everywhere. And the wings are pretty much even on both sides, along with the entryways to go in. You have like some fountains and such in the back here. I always considered these ones to be like the creme de la creme of like the apple trees that they could pick from across the empire and bring over here and whatnot. And you have the different wings and all that good stuff. Yeah, like there was a lot of roleplay that went into this particular gameplay. And it was completely personal roleplay because I wasn't doing YouTube videos. I wasn't showing this to anybody. It was just for my own personal self. So there are a lot of beautiful areas around the city too. Like the World's Fair, I was never really satisfied with what I did with this part of the city, to be perfectly honest. I felt like I could have done a lot better with it. But looking at it now, it's not too bad, because I know what feel I was gonna go with it, which was essentially like make it this touristy hub. But again, because of the way that it's built and like the open areas back here between these two warehouses, for example, I feel like I could have done better here. Then you have a whole bunch of like engineer homes and whatnot, and this is before, I think, like, I did the Docklands thing over here, but over here, this is where I had like the old-fashioned version of Anno's depot system, just building straight up like this. And it looks nice. I think it does, at least. There's a ton of ships in here. This guy's just going for like a leisurely stroll through here. It's like, oh no, it's not going to be a really busy day today. We can just take the boat out and have some fun. Yeah, right. But yeah, I think for the most part, like, I kept the outskirts to be artisan homes, and then as further you go in, you have like the engineers and the investors and all that good stuff. And there's a industrial type island that's actually feeding this island with a whole bunch of goods, so you don't see like a lot of stuff being produced here that will cause pollution. I always figured like this is a really nice spot to have these vineyards, because look at the view. Imagine owning this vineyard right here. Absolutely insane.
Celebrate your leadership.
Absolutely insane view. And this is also before the manure stuff came out, so mixing that plus the manure is absolutely insane, because you can monopolize this chain like crazy. And I did try to put some beautification stuff in between them. Like, you have your typical swing, you have your clothesline, outhouse, apple tree, couple random trees here and there. You know, you have your newspaper stands. Probably not the safest spot to be sitting in, to be perfectly honest, because, like... Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, not the safest place to be sitting, to be perfectly honest, but, nice view still. And then proceeding on to over here, this is where I had like a little industrial complex just set, but it's not like terrible with the pollution. I think this one causes pollution. Just a little like negative attractiveness, same thing. But there's a whole bunch, like trying to get these canned food stuffs up and running. Like, apparently I did not fully optimize them here, but the plan was to do so. I think these ones might be. Yeah, so costume designer and then Lily the fashion designer. All these good stuff. I'm not sure why I wasn't, or why I didn't do anything here, but it's been so long since I've honestly looked at this save, so there's bound to be so many things I would do differently now if I actually had the time to go back here and fix this island. I might at some point. Might have like a little series on how to fix this freaking island of mine. Because as you can see, the workforce is having some issues. I don't know where it is, but... because it seems to me that they're okay.
Give us a voice.
But putting all the new stuff into this particular save would honestly help it out considerably. But yeah, I did want to show you guys this island. It is, it's not as good as the other one that I have, in my opinion, but let me know what you guys think about it. What you guys would change with regards to this island? What do you guys think? Is there any form of it that gives you inspiration with your builds? Let me know. I'm very curious, and bounce off of ideas off of each other and whatnot. It's always a good thing to do. And if you want a more in-depth look at this island or the other one, just let me know. I can zoom in on any parts of it that you guys wish, and I can still put it within the beauty builds category playlist. I have no qualms with doing that. But I'll put the camera like this for a little bit as we head on over to the outro. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. I hope you did enjoy it. Unfortunately, I don't have any more beauty builds. These are the only two that I really have. So all the other future beauty build cities are more than likely going to be coming through our most recent campaign that's currently on the channel, which I highly, highly suggest that you guys take a look at. It would really, really be amazing if you do so. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button, share with your friends. And as always, have a great one.